Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Learning English with Podcast Conversation. I'm your host, Tony, and as always, I'm thrilled to be here with my amazing co-host, Jenny. How are you doing today, Jenny?
Hi, Tony. I'm doing great. Thank you. It's always a pleasure to chat with you and our listeners. I'm really looking forward to today's topic because it's something I think many of us can relate to, especially if you're a student or even just someone trying to learn something new, like English.
Absolutely. Today, we're diving into a topic that might sound a little strange at first. Getting addicted to studying is easy. Now, when we say addicted, we don't mean it in a bad, harmful way like drug addiction. We mean it in the sense of finding it hard to stop, always wanting to do more, and maybe letting it take over other parts of your life. It's about that fine line between dedication and unhealthy obsession.
Exactly. It's not about saying studying is bad. Of course not. Learning is wonderful. But sometimes, especially with online courses, new apps, or even just preparing for exams, we can get so caught up that we forget about everything else. It's like a study loop that's hard to break.
The study loop. I like that. So let's start with our first main talking point. Why do people get hooked on studying? Or rather, why does it become difficult to stop? Jenny, in your experience, what are some reasons?
That's a great question, Tony. I think one big reason is the fear of failure. No one wants to fail an exam or a course, so we study more, hoping to guarantee success. This pressure can come from ourselves, from our parents, or even from friends who seem to be studying all the time.
Yeah, that fear is powerful. I remember in university, I always felt like I needed to study more than my friends to get good grades. It was a race sometimes. Another reason, I think, is the desire for perfection. You want to know everything. You finish one chapter, and you think, oh, but I should probably review this one too, just in case.
Yes. And there's also the love of learning. Some people just genuinely enjoy gaining new knowledge. It's a wonderful feeling when you understand something new or when you solve a difficult problem. This positive feeling can make you want to do it more and more, right?
Absolutely. It's like a puzzle. And when you fit the pieces together, you get a little burst of happiness. That can be very motivating. Plus, sometimes studying can be an escape. If you're stressed about other things in life, diving deep into books or a new subject can make you forget your worries for a while. It's a comfortable zone.
That's true. It's a way to feel productive and in control when other things might feel messy. So we have fear, perfectionism, love of learning, and even escape as reasons. Moving on to our second point. How do we know if we're studying too much? What are the signs?
Good question. I think the first big sign is neglecting other important things. Are you skipping meals? Are you sleeping only a few hours a night? Are you saying no to all your friends or hobbies because you have to study?
Oh, absolutely. I've seen students who barely eat or sleep during exam periods. They just drink coffee and study. Another sign is constant worry and guilt. Even when you're not studying, you're thinking about studying. Or you feel guilty if you take a break, even for 10 minutes.
Yes, the guilt is a big one. It's like you're carrying a heavy backpack of undone tasks. And physically, you might start feeling it. Headaches, tiredness, muscle aches, or even getting sick often. Your body is telling you to slow down, but your mind just wants to keep going.
Right, and mentally you might notice difficulty concentrating, even when you are studying. You're reading the same sentence 5 times and it's not going in. You might also feel irritable or anxious. These are all big red flags that you're probably pushing yourself too hard.
That's a very clear way to put it, Jenny. It's like your brain is full and just can't take any more new information. Okay, so we've talked about why it happens and how to spot it. Now for our third point, is intense study always a bad thing? What's the difference between dedication and this addiction?
This is a crucial point, Tony. No, intense study is not always bad. Think about athletes training for the Olympics or musicians practicing for a big concert. They have periods of intense focus and hard work. The key difference is that dedication has a clear goal and usually a planned end. You work hard for a specific period, then you rest.
That's a great analogy. It's about being purposeful. Addiction to studying, on the other hand, often lacks that clear boundary. It becomes an endless cycle, a habit that you can't break, even when you know it's not good for you. It's not about efficiency, it's about time spent.
Yes, and dedicated studying usually involves taking breaks and planning for rest. It's about smart work, not just hard work. You can be dedicated and still have a social life, sleep well, and eat healthy meals. The addiction makes you sacrifice those things.
So it's about balance. Being dedicated means you choose to put in the effort, and you also choose to take care of yourself. When it becomes an addiction, it feels less like a choice and more like a compulsion. You feel you have to study, even when you're exhausted.
Exactly. You summed it up perfectly. And that brings us to our fourth point. What are the real consequences or impacts of overstudying? It's not just feeling tired, right?
Definitely not. First, physical health suffers. Lack of sleep weakens your immune system, making you sick more often. Poor diet, no exercise, sitting for too long. It all adds up to a very unhealthy body. You might even start having problems with your eyes or back.
Oh, my back can definitely tell when I've been sitting too long. But beyond physical, there's mental health. Constant stress, anxiety, and guilt can lead to burnout. And burnout isn't just being tired. It's a deep exhaustion, a feeling of being empty, and losing interest in things you once enjoyed. It can even lead to depression.
That's so true. It's like your emotional battery is completely dead. And ironically, overstudying can actually hurt your academic performance. When you're burnt out, your brain can't work effectively. You forget things, you can't think clearly, and your grades might actually go down instead of up. It's counterproductive.
It's a terrible cycle. You study more because you're worried, but studying more makes you tired, which makes your grades worse, which makes you worry more. And let's not forget social life and relationships. When you're always studying, you don't have time for friends, family, or even simple fun activities. This can lead to feeling isolated and lonely.
Yeah, that's a big one. Humans need social connection. If you're always alone with your books, you miss out on important life experiences and support systems. It's not sustainable. So after all these potential problems, let's talk about our final point. How can we find balance and prevent this study addiction?
Okay, this is where we offer solutions. The first step is time management and scheduling. Don't just study when you feel like it. Plan your study hours. Decide when you will start, what you will study, and when you will stop. And most importantly, schedule breaks.
Absolutely. The Pomodoro technique is great for this. 25 minutes of study, 5 minutes break. Repeat. After 4 cycles, take a longer break, maybe 30 minutes. Also, prioritize your tasks. Not everything is equally important. Focus on the most important things first. And don't try to learn everything at once.
Yes, eat the frog first. Do the hardest thing when your energy is highest. And this might sound simple, but it's so important. Prioritize self-care. Get enough sleep, eat healthy food, and exercise. These are not luxuries. They are necessities for your brain to function well.
Couldn't agree more. Exercise, even a short walk, can clear your mind and boost your energy. And it's okay to take breaks without guilt. Your brain needs time to process information and rest. It's like a muscle. It needs recovery time to grow stronger. Sometimes doing nothing is doing something important for your learning.
That's a beautiful way to put it, Tony. Also, remember to maintain your social life and hobbies. Don't cut them out completely. These activities recharge you and give you a broader perspective on life. They make you a well-rounded person, not just a studying machine.
Exactly. And finally, if you really feel overwhelmed and can't break free from this cycle, don't be afraid to seek help. Talk to a teacher, a counselor, a friend, or a family member. Sometimes, just talking about it can make a big difference.
That's a crucial point. It's a sign of strength to ask for help, not weakness. So let's wrap up with some key takeaways for our listeners.
All right, here are 3 main takeaways from today's discussion about finding balance in your study habits. First, prioritize rest and self-care. Your brain and body need rest to perform their best. Don't feel guilty about taking breaks or getting enough sleep.
Second, schedule breaks and non-study activities. Make time for hobbies, friends, family, and exercise. These are not distractions. They are essential for your well-being and actually improve your ability to learn effectively.
And third, remember, learning is a marathon, not a sprint. Consistency is more important than intense, short bursts that lead to burnout. Small, regular study sessions with breaks are far more effective in the long run than trying to cram everything at the last minute.
Excellent points, Tony. It's all about finding that healthy balance so you can enjoy the learning process and achieve your goals without sacrificing your health or happiness.
Thank you so much, Jenny, for sharing your insights and making this conversation so engaging and helpful. And thank you to all our listeners for tuning in to Learning English with Podcast Conversation.
It was my pleasure, Tony. I hope this episode helps our listeners reflect on their own study habits.
We'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you ever felt like you were studying too much? What tips do you have for finding balance? Let us know in the comments or wherever you listen to podcasts. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more helpful English conversations.
Yes, your feedback helps us create better content for you. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, but most importantly, keep taking care of yourselves.
That's a perfect way to end it. See you next time, everyone. Bye for now.
Bye.